What is going on, guys? Rodney here with Crypto Bros. Welcome to today's video. It is Friday. I am smoked from the work week, but we are back talking about a very cool little project called Adhive. I would consider this a low cap gem. What Adhive is an influencer-based marketing platform using blockchain and AI. Essentially, what they are doing is they're connecting companies and advertisers with influencers. They've kind of seen this huge soar in influencer marketing, how much money it brings in and how powerful influencer marketing is. So they're bringing kind of this platform to connect these two parties, influencers and advertisers, for the benefit of all here. So we will talk about that in just a second. Just before we do, I just quickly wanted to say thank you to everyone who has been subscribing to the channel. We just broke 4,000 subs. I'm ever so grateful. I got a little new channel art up here. It's a cool little beer can. If you think it's cool, awesome. If you hate it, sorry. Anyway, guys, let's jump into this review. So I do want to preface kind of this review just with this little tidbit here from Media Kicks, and it just says influencer marketing industry and global ad spend, a $5 to $10 billion market by 2020. They're saying that there's so much spending in this influencer marketing space, and it is growing at a crazy amount. $1.6 billion was spent in 2018 thus far on just Instagram alone. I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with some Instagram influencers, but just kind of want to draw all this together just to show you that there is such a huge need, and these brands and these companies are understanding how powerful influencer marketing is, yet at the same time, you know, they don't have the capacity, the time, or the ability to reach out to all these single individual influencers from large to small. So this is kind of where the Adhive place comes into play. First thing we're going to look at, though, before we jump into all that, is just the basic token economics. Right now, ranked number 620 in market cap, but you'll notice total market cap is $4 million and a total trading volume in the last 24 hours of almost 300K, so pretty good. And it's held up super well in this kind of downturn against Bitcoin, up almost 15%, and against the USD, up over 15%. One thing that I think is actually pretty great, you know, in terms of this market cycle so far, we've had the run up straight out of ICO, but it's just consolidating. And at some point when this gains some traction here, we will see a fairly big explosion. If you're wondering where you can get this, it is currently trading on Qryptos and HitBTC, as well as Idex. Overall, I think it's a pretty cool project. If we just kind of break down the actual the TA here, currently right under 5 cents, and down from an all-time high of 9.5 cents. Again, I think this circulating and total supply is a strength, considering this is a utility token. So not only will like advertisers and influencers be accepting, receiving this utility token, which they can flop out for fiat if they want to, it is also trading on exchanges right now. So total supply, 392 million, and circulating supply just over 100 million. Some cool things here, and we'll see this little snippet a couple times throughout this video. But it says about Adhive, the first platform that fully automates ad placement with influencers. Placement of an ad with 1,000 influencers takes as much time as placement of an ad with only one. So again, they're focusing on saving these advertisers and these companies time, and we'll kind of talk about that when we get kind of into this review. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but a couple things just to note here on their website. Adhive.tv is where you can find this at. 16K there in their Telegram. Here's where you can get it. HitBTC and Qryptos. You'll see that they have some pretty cool media links here. They've been featured on Inc., CoinSpeaker, Hacked, Entrepreneur, handful of other ones. I have some of these articles pulled up towards the end of the video. They're fairly cool. Good ratings on their ICO. You can check out their, you know, we're not going to go through the white paper today because it takes a lot of time, but they do have a super good one-pager. We can check this out. Here's a little video here that just explains how everything works. And again, here's just what we talked about. You know, they can, as a advertiser, they can reach out to 1,000 influencers in the same amount of time as it takes to only one. It says AI recognizes when the influencer has performed the advertiser's task, then commands the smart contract to execute the payment. We'll talk about that. And what is the effect here? Adhive brings a new standard of native advertising, transforms the business model of influencer marketing platform, and enables fast scalability across different markets. Just kind of looking at their token figures, they did a pre-sale which closed in 36 minutes, raised $5.5 million, and in their first kind of release of their ICO. They raised $12 million. So I think, if we're looking at this in terms of the money they raised, it's not one of these exuberant amounts of money of 40, 50, 60 million where you almost think it's too much. Fairly low here, and they're doing some cool things. One thing actually kind of caught my eye was this: their smart contract was audited by Xerion.io. Fairly cool there. This little section of the website just talks about the advancement of digital marketing, especially video, as opposed to people on TV. They're saying the demographic that watches TV obviously shrinking as digital marketing grows every single year. Half of the advertisement that goes on right now is digital, and it's continuing to grow. A lot of that is especially on video. We've actually learned in the Theta review that 2/3 of all internet traffic is through video streaming. So the platforms that Adhive is currently operating on are Instagram as well as YouTube, and they're going to be expanding to Facebook and Twitch here soon. And they actually have this really cool little market announcement. They're just going to be releasing some pieces of content, some things that they're doing here in July, so not far out from that. Here just talks about some of the different things they have going on, some of the features with their token, with their actual program, with their platform. So very neat here. You guys can check this out. They do have a beta, so they have a working project or a working MVP. You can sign up as an influencer or as an advertiser. And here's kind of where we get into the meat and bones of what they're actually doing. So as an advertiser or as a company or a brand that needs to reach out to specific influencers, what they would do is they would jump on Adhive, obviously sign up, and they would start some type of campaign. And let's say, it's a skateboard company and they want to reach all these different skateboard, influencers, whatever it may be, or skateboarders in general that are on YouTube. So Adhive has these APIs that are in place that kind of scans the social media markets and then reaches out to all of them and it's like, hey, will you guys do a sponsored ad or something for this brand company? So as we follow this up from 1 to 2, the platform automatically finds influencers relevant to the settings of the campaign. Backtrack really quick. As this advertiser sets up this campaign, he's not selecting single influencers to do this. They actually are kind of filling out like an audience. Like, these are the people we want to attract, and that's how they kind of derive and get to this influencer part. So then after Adhive picks up their influencers, the influencers publish whatever the content is or whatever the agreed upon rate is. Again, YouTube and Instagram. Their AI piece that we were talking about, this actually recognizes the action. They're doing AI and just kind of like a vocal recognition piece. So this piece will actually pick up their tasks. So if I was here to promote a skateboard, their AI piece would pick it up, and then that would kind of send the signal to the smart contract. From there, the payment would be made to the influencer. So it's this crazy operating system, very, very cool. We can actually check out their website to the platform, also very similar to this, but very modest little roadmap here, kind of a 4-year plan. They started back in 2016, and that's when they launched Scorch.ai. And if we just hit this website really quick, you can see artificial intelligence for solutions for business. We create building blocks for AI services, which we can use machine vision, speech, sound recognition, as well as machine learning. So they've got some clout in the space, and this is one of the founders who originally kind of came across, built this thing up, and we'll touch on who he is in just a second. Just flip back here to where we're at. Kind of fast forward here to 2018. They had their pre-sale in Q1, activation on Bancor for token exchanges to help obviously with liquidity. During Q3, they are doing community assessment functionality, roll out ADH convertible into several crypto fiat currencies at the platform, meaning like if an influencer got paid, they get paid in the ADH token, they can quickly flip that into fiat to get there, and it just kind of makes the transaction between everybody much smoother. And then mobile app for influencers released, that's going to be pretty cool. And then going pretty deep into I guess we don't have to go through all these, but they have some pretty cool things lined up for the next 2 years, and really it's pretty broken down by quarters. So they're already working with some customers and getting people lined up on the platform as it is. So I think there is some long-term growth here. Patience will obviously play into that, but they do have things going in their favor. This part just kind of talks about token distribution, stuff like that. You can hit them up on their Telegram. But as we get into their advisory board, a lot of these guys are in some type of marketing field, some type of CEO. Like they're in this specific phase. So this guy right here is the CEO and co-founder of Idex. This guy has a PhD from Moscow State University. And what else does he do? Has a lot to do with cryptocurrency, proof of stake in general, co-founder of the IOTA and the Wings projects. Boom, want to talk about a stud. And then obviously we've got a co-founder of Bancor, blockchain advisor, so a lot of clout in the space. These guys are some marketing guys. As we actually get down to their team and founder, this is the guy right here who found that, I hope I'm saying that right, Scorch.ai. He also was the CEO of Webvane. He's kind of in the same boat. So these guys, very technologically advanced in terms of this AI and how they're operating with facial recognition and being able to apply that to the advertising scene. And I think that's really all that we have here for the website. Actually, this is one thing I really like to see when they do post this, is just some of the events and things that they're at, because this is showing they're making an effort, doing all the traveling, getting out there to do these events and stuff. So the last thing they did was here in April, and they did Digital Summit in Seattle. Anyway, there's that point. Not a ton of value in that, but this is always something that I like to see, because I'd like to see how active the team is in getting their name out there and doing some of these things. So anyway, this is just their the website where you can actually sign up to be an advisor, or I'm sorry, an advertiser or an influencer. You go on here and check it out. If you're in the YouTube game, and you have a specific niche, it may be worth going to sign up, because you never know what will potentially come your way. What else do I have lined up? Oh, here's their one-pager. If you're interested in learning more about this actual project, this literally breaks it down super easily. Everything from token sale to what they reached, what they sold, who their people are, and some of the problems they are trying to solve. Lack of transparency and reliability, inaccurate metrics and tools for kind of calculating how well the adverts do, overall market complexity, breaks it down how it works, super sharp, really easy to read. As we get into some of these articles here, this is produced by them. This is called the New Age in Ads is Dawning. So they're just kind of making the announcement here, like, hey, we have some really cool things coming out for our ecosystem come July. Quick video from their CEO and co-founder, and it just kind of highlights it down here. It says a unified ecosystem for the whole world where advertisers will be able to use a single protocol to advertise on social media using any number of influencers with the possibility of carrying out unique targeting and analytics. Very cool there. These articles, this one was probably my favorite on hacked.com. This just kind of breaks down exactly what the application is and some things to consider in this project, and I'll quickly buzz through these. But it says Adhive's platform will create a distributed network of influencers with clear rules and quality, along with automated operations for payments. So it really takes out any type of middleman action. Adhive will bring together advertisers and influencers on one platform. As such, it will work 1,000 small influencers globally as one single channel. Even smaller niche influencers will get an opportunity to promote products on their channels. So, if you think about maybe you're a new YouTuber, I'm essentially a new YouTuber, man. I have 4,000 subscribers. I'm not shit. But even, guys, 500, 1,000, subscribers that are producing content, maybe it's in a weird niche where not a lot of people like it. Maybe they're in the ant farm niche and they have 1,000 subscribers, and someone could find them and they could start, monetizing their channel. Like my channel through YouTube is not monetized. So this would give, people an opportunity to actually make some money off the content they're producing, which I think is very cool. Advertisers do not need to choose particular influence and control the payment. The platform does that automatically, saving both time and money on both ends of the spectrum here. And I think that's such a huge piece, because as they break down their criteria of what they want for actual influencers, the Adhive system and their APIs will track all that and give them the best outcome or the best influencers for whatever the advertiser is saying that they need. So I think all that's very, very cool. As we get into some of these, I thought this was just a great stat. Influencer marketing is growing at full speed. According to eMarketer, in 2017 alone, native display ad spend will increase over 36% to more than 22 billion, while Ad Like You data shows native advertising will reach 30% of total global ad spend by 2020. So we're just seeing a lot of in this space, and obviously people understand the importance of advertising marketing, how powerful it is. Here's another cool article that just talks about influencer marketing is a focus, and especially for new advertising-based companies. And last but not least, and I will post all the articles down below as always. It'll be in the comment section. You guys can check any of those out there. Every article or everything that I reference in today's video will be down there. If you want to follow them on Twitter, they are at Adhive TV. Check them out there. Pretty active on their social media. Again, love seeing when they're doing some of these different things. Talk about all kinds of cool stuff. So you guys can check this out. Very, very cool. Overall, super pumped about this project, not only because I am a YouTuber in general and there could be some benefit there just for my, my efforts and my channel and my brand. I'm really into kind of growing just the brand and doing some other things with the channel, but also from an investment standpoint at a $5 million market cap. If these guys gain some traction, and get, a big advertisement deal, start working with some of these larger companies to connect influencers, like there's a lot of potential there, especially in the way that we're seeing this space grow. So anyway, guys, that is all I have for you today. It is Friday. Enjoy your night. Watch this video when you're hungover on the couch on Sunday. But I will check you guys later. Hit me with any video reviews you would like to see in the comment section. Follow me on Twitter at Rod, Crypto God, and I will check you guys later. Thank you so much. See ya. Have a great weekend.